Chicago. We are in the middle of an absolute storm right now, and honestly, my heart cannot take much more of this off-season chaos. We thought the defense was the only story, but a massive hole just opened up on the offensive line that could ruin everything we are building for 2026. This is life or death for our season, and you need to hear this before the news cycles bury the truth. We are pushing for 3,000 subscribers right now because this tribe is the only thing keeping me sane. Like, subscribe, and comment your name below now. The news just hit like a freight train because we all thought Ozzy Trapilo was the future at left tackle until that brutal patellar tendon tear in the playoffs changed everything for this franchise. Now we are staring down the barrel of a wide-open competition, and the man standing at the center of this hurricane is Braxton Jones. The coaching staff is trying to play it cool by saying nobody has the lead, but we all know the pressure is boiling over in that locker room right now. Offensive line coach Dan Roushar is out here telling the media that they value the veteran experience, but the reality is far more terrifying for us fans. We are watching a high-stakes battle for the most important blindside protection in football, and Braxton Jones is basically fighting for his professional life at this point. It is honestly insane how quickly things change in this league, because just a year ago, we thought we had this position locked down for a decade. Now we are forced to look back at the guys who were supposed to be the backup plan and pray that one of them can step up and save our season from becoming a total disaster. Can you even imagine the intensity in those meetings right now, where every single rep determines who gets to protect our quarterback and who gets sent to the bench? This is about grit and legacy, and Braxton Jones knows that his entire career trajectory depends on what he does in the next few weeks. We are talking about a guy who has seen the highest of highs and the lowest of lows in a Chicago uniform, and now he has to prove to every single doubter that he still belongs. The coaching staff is watching his every move because they know that if Braxton Jones fails, we are in serious trouble. I want you to think about the weight on his shoulders right now as he walks into that facility every morning, knowing the spotlight is burning bright on him and his every mistake will be scrutinized by millions of fans across the country. It is a heavy burden to carry, but this is exactly why these guys get paid. The drama is real and the stakes are high. Braxton Jones must win this war to keep our hopes alive for the future. But wait, because it actually gets even crazier when you look at who Braxton Jones is actually competing against in this camp battle. We have Jedrick Wills, who was a top 10 pick back in 2020, but his career has been nothing short of a massive disappointment, and he has not even seen the field since 2024 because of a significant knee procedure. Then you have Kieran Amagaji, who basically vanished last year and ended up in the doghouse after playing only 6 games and a handful of snaps in his entire career. It feels like a nightmare scenario where we are desperate for stability, and the options are either unproven kids or guys who have not played in years. Then there is Theo Benedette, who got a shot last season, but let's be honest, the results were not exactly inspiring for anyone watching the tape. He gave up 2 sacks and 26 pressures, which earned him a grade that makes me want to look away from the screen entirely. The raw truth is that they do not want you to know how thin this roster feels at left tackle right now, and it makes me feel sick to my stomach. Is this really how we are going to protect our future? By hoping that one of these struggling players suddenly finds magic? My concern is through the roof because we are counting on Braxton Jones to beat out a group of guys who have not shown they can survive at this level. The front office is gambling with our hearts and the safety of our team, and it feels like we are walking on a tightrope over a pit of fire. I am losing my mind thinking about what happens if none of these guys step up and take control of the position. Are we really supposed to trust a guy like Kieran Amagaji, who could not even get on the field last season? Or are we putting our faith in Jedrick Wills after his body has failed him so many times? The tension in Chicago is reaching a breaking point, and the fan base is starting to realize that the left tackle spot is a ticking time bomb that could explode at any moment during the 2026 season if we are not extremely careful. Braxton Jones is our last hope for safety against this looming disaster. Let's talk about the emotional roller coaster of the Braxton Jones story, because his downfall in 2025 was one of the hardest things to watch as a fan who believed in him. He was never an elite superstar, but for a long time he looked like a guy who could anchor our line for a decade, and then everything just went off the rails. He gave up 2 sacks and 15 pressures in just a tiny fraction of snaps, and the coaches finally had to pull the plug and bench him for Ozzy Trapilo. It was a crushing blow to his ego and his reputation, but Braxton Jones is being incredibly raw about it now. He is talking about how that benching was a learning moment and how he had to check himself to figure out who he really was as a player. He admits he is not happy it happened, but he thinks it was exactly what he needed to boost his career and find that fire again. This is the definition of a redemption arc, and we are seeing a man who has been humbled by the game and is now coming back with a massive chip on his shoulder. I love the honesty he is showing because it proves he is not hiding from his failures. He knows he let us down in 2025 and he is taking full responsibility for the mess that happened on the field. That kind of grit is what Chicago is all about, and it makes me want to run through a brick wall for the guy today. We have seen players crumble after being benched, but Braxton Jones is using that pain as fuel to ignite his 2026 season. He is fighting against the narrative that he is a washed-up backup, and he is trying to reclaim his throne as the starter on this line. This is a story of survival and growth that should make every Bears fan feel a sense of pride because he is not making excuses. He is just working and waiting for his chance to prove that the 2025 version of himself was a fluke that will never happen again while he plays in this city. I really believe that his heart is in the right place, and he is ready to give us everything he has left in the tank for this final stretch. Seriously, I am losing my mind here because the reports coming out about the physical state of Braxton Jones are absolutely explosive. Our head coach Ben Johnson is out here telling everyone that Braxton Jones looks like a completely different guy physically, and that he is totally yoked up right now. It sounds like he spent the entire offseason in the weight room turning his body into a weapon because he knows this is his last chance to stay a starter. Coach Johnson is making it clear that he does not think the tape from early last season was reflective of what Braxton Jones is actually capable of doing. Remember that he was coming off a broken fibula, and anyone who knows football knows that takes a long time to fully recover from. Now that he is a full season removed from that injury, he might finally look like the dominant force we saw during his first 3 years in the league. This is the insider secret that the rest of the NFL is ignoring, but we see it clearly. A healthy and motivated Braxton Jones is a nightmare for defensive ends, and we are seeing the rebirth of a veteran who is determined to get back on his original trajectory. I am feeling a surge of optimism that I did not think was possible a few weeks ago, because if he is truly in the best shape of his life, then the left tackle competition might already be over. He has a golden opportunity sitting right in front of him, and he is attacking it with everything he has. This is not just about winning a job for 1 year, because if he rebounds in 2026, he is setting himself up for a massive payday in 2027 that will change his life forever. The stakes could not be any higher for him or for this franchise, and I am starting to believe that we actually have our anchor back in the lineup to protect our future. We need him to be the elite player we know he can be. This is the moment where we find out what this team is truly made of, because the left tackle position will define our entire success in 2026. We are standing at a crossroads, and I need to know if you believe in the redemption of Braxton Jones or if you are terrified of the competition behind him. I want to see your fire in the comments right now because this tribe needs to speak up and let the world know how we feel about our boys in the trenches. Are we witnessing the greatest comeback story in recent Bears history, or are we heading for another disaster on the blind side? I am demanding the soul of the fans below, because your energy is what fuels this channel and this team. We are chasing 3,000 subscribers, and we need every single one of you to join the family as we navigate this wild journey together. Tell me your city, and tell me if you think Braxton Jones is the man to lead us back to glory, or if we should be looking for a trade. I am reading every single comment because we are in this together against the rest of the league that wants to see us fail. The pressure is on, and the clock is ticking toward a season that could change everything for the city of Chicago. We have the talent and we have the heart, but now we need the performance on the field to match the passion in the stands. I am riding with Braxton Jones because I believe in the work he has put in and the physical transformation he has undergone to become a beast. This is our year to prove everyone wrong, and it all starts with the big men up front protecting our future and our dreams. I can feel the energy building, and I know this community is ready to explode when the season kicks off. Thank you for being part of this, and for always standing by the team no matter what happens next. I see you all very soon. Bear down!